Clifford, and today I'll be doing this project on the increasing oil prices that is going across the world. As you may know, this problem affects many people, including myself. Every day we go to pick up gas. For the first news article that we'll be seeing what they wrote about, I chose the New York Times. I personally come from New York, but it's also a very popular news article. They believe to be in an energy crisis, thinking the worst has occurred, and we won't have enough power to run our houses. They also believe that with the threat of Russia, there could be a lot of nuclear involvement occurring. They believe in that the foreign powers will cause trouble. That last news station defaulted to a state of crisis, but Forbes went in a different direction. They're focusing on providing real information to people about the production prices and how much are being produced. They're worried because the US oil production is slow to respond because of the many production slow-ups that this administration has caused. Also, the unexpected invasion of Ukraine is blamed for a large amount of the rise in oil prices in this article. They fell victim to the straight line instinct, believing that nothing was going to change over time and that they were not going to invade. CNN, always one of the interesting news stations to go to, led off their article with turbulence in the oil market. But they bring a new source of information to the table that others glossed over. The increasing COVID cases in China have a greatly increased lockdown requirement, and thus the energy needed has raised. Now, in the most populated country in the world, that is a huge impact on the rest of the world, along with the shutdown of half of the Russian oil production. They're falling prone to the generalization instinct, thinking it's only two problems, when there's really problems across the globe to think of. Fox News stated that President Biden blamed Russia for the rise in oil prices. Now, this was early on into the threat, but he then spoke out later about the internal energy companies that are also to blame. This shows that they're very easy to blame both sides quickly. This is an interesting outlook at the situation, though, because it brings an internal outlook that was not seen before in the other two articles, or three articles. They both looked at Russia and China as the main sources of problem, when it's really everywhere is having a problem, and we have to all adapt to it in our own way. In conclusion, all the articles state the severity of the problem, but none show a real way to solve it, because they genuinely don't know. These things have to be discovered over time, and I'm sure we'll see that as we move into the next coming years. Here are references.